Good everyone, LJ over here from PlayerEssence, and welcome to another PE Nintendo Switch and gaming news video. Today we've got some great information for you, so let's go ahead and get right into it. The Nintendo Switch currently has an attach rate of 1.60 in Japan. That is higher than Wii U at the same time period. The Media Create provided extra sales information for this week ending in June 11th. The latest analysis indicates that the system has an attach rate of 1.60 after being on the market for 15 weeks. So in other words, Nintendo Switch owners have purchased about 1.60 games, which is higher than the Wii U's 1.45 in the same time frame. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is currently the best-selling title in Japan with 505,270 copies sold, while The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is next with 495,526 units sold. So far, the Nintendo Switch is pretty much beating the Wii U on every single level. I think even compared to Nintendo 3DS in the same time frame, the Nintendo Switch is doing a lot better as well. So Nintendo has pretty much put up a pretty good hybrid system on the market. I think it addressed something that a lot of Japanese gamers want, in addition to worldwide, but particularly speaking in Japan. The franchises that usually don't do as well there have been doing better, and even games like Bomberman and The Legend of Zelda, which is probably, I wouldn't say it's surprising, but the fact that The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild has done this well in Japan kind of shows that people really want that experience. They want this type of hybrid experience with Legend of Zelda. They like the open world type of games that you can play anywhere. So I'm hoping that going forward, more Japanese developers, of course, get on board, which we're seeing with Square Enix and other ones, but then we get some of the other ones as well, like Capcom, and we also get some of the ones that people are trying to write off and say, oh, well, they've left and they've moved on, which is definitely not the case at all. They're just looking to make more quality games more than anything. So I think we'll see that going forward with the future, because with the Nintendo Switch, you can't deny the sales that it's doing. Every single time it goes into the stores in Japan, or really anywhere, it's sold out. When I went in to go buy ARMS and everything, like, it was sold out. It was sold out multiple times. That I went to Walmart, when I went to Best Buy, there were no Nintendo Switch systems, and they did receive stock for ARMS, and they were all sold out that day of or the day after, so which is today. So it's been pretty crazy. It's been pretty crazy and good to see, and hopefully this does continue, but definitely with the lineup that Nintendo has for Japan and of course worldwide, I see that continuing. Alright, and moving on to the next article here. Dragon Quest XI goes gold. New gameplay shows smithing, skill panels, horse racing, and the casino. So the third restriction for restricted play mode has been announced as well. Dragon Quest XI In Search of the Departed Time has went gold, meaning that the game is pretty much done, it's completed, it's been shipped off to the factory to print off the disc. Now, series creator Yuji Horii confirmed at today's Dragon Quest XI Countdown Carnival hands-on event in Nagoya. That means the development of the game is complete, ready for mass production. The new gameplay footage was also shown, demonstrating the mysterious smithing and skill panel systems using the Nintendo 3DS version, and horse racing and casino features using the PlayStation 4 version. Finally, Square Enix revealed that the third possible restriction for the game's restricted play mode, which allows you to play the game with certain features disabled, are being unable to shop and being unable to run away from battle. The third possible restriction is being unable to equip armor. Dragon Quest XI In Search of the Departed Time will launch on the PlayStation 4 and Nintendo 3DS on July 29th in Japan. A Nintendo Switch version is also planned, but is yet to be shown or dated at this point. So they go over all the different mysterious smithing, skill panels, and all that, but I'm really excited for Dragon Quest XI. I think this is going to be an amazing experience. It's a classic RPG, something that Dragon Quest fans have been wanting for quite some time to return to form, because really, we got Dragon Quest X, and that was an MMO. We haven't had that true Dragon Quest title in a very long time, since the Nintendo DS, actually. So I'm loving the fact that they're going back to it, and hopefully we get a Nintendo Switch release date probably later in the year. I would think that Nintendo and Square Enix are planning some type of big production or big type of thing for this version of the game, but I also think that they're taking a little bit more time to make sure that that version is fleshed out. PlayStation 4 and Nintendo 3DS versions of the game have been in development for multiple years before the Nintendo Switch was even a thing, or if there was even dev kits for people to use. So I'm pretty sure that they're going to take their time to make sure it's polished out. Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2, they didn't necessarily take their time. They kind of rushed that out for launch, and you kind of saw how rough it was. Now, they've made some improvements to it, but I think they're going to even take an additional time before it launches worldwide. So I think that they're taking a little bit more time to make sure that Dragon Quest XI on the Nintendo Switch is polished out, and when it's finally ready to go as far as getting the PS4 and 3DS versions out of the way, and they can announce a release date, they will. Alright, and moving on to the next article here. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 has been dated for Japan. It's coming to Nintendo Switch on September 7th. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 isn't too far off from launching on the Nintendo Switch according to the latest issue of V-Jump. The game is scheduled to launch on September 7th. Bandai Namco will be bringing Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 to North America and to Europe this fall. A specific release date for the West has not been announced. So this is definitely good news. It's almost went gold then if it's coming out early September. I'm looking forward to this one because obviously we haven't got a Dragon Ball game on a Nintendo home console in a very long time. I think the Wii was the last one. I think there might have been a few of them on the Wii, but on the Wii U there were no Dragon Ball games, there were no Naruto games. All we got was One Piece. So we're taking baby steps, right? But I think that they're also taking extra steps to make sure that this is a quality port. And I've seen the game running. I think there was some gameplay footage that came out earlier this week, and it's looking good. And that's the best thing, is that it's looking good running. There's not a lot of hitches. It looks very similar to the PS4 and Xbox One versions. So it looks like this is going to be a quality port of the game, and that's what I'm more worried about more than anything than rushing it out for launch or rushing it out to get it out so people feel secure about third-party support. Just make sure the game is quality. If you're making a game for the Nintendo Switch, make sure it's quality. I'll definitely take more quality ports than quantity at this point, and that's what we're seeing with any of the ports, even the few major third-party games that have been announced. They're a lot better quality than we've been seeing. So I'm glad that Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is coming. I'm definitely looking at picking it up and streaming it for you guys or playing it. I haven't played a Dragon Ball game as far as the 3D fighting games in so long. And with Dragon Ball Fighters Z coming out next year, early next year for PS4, Xbox One, I think this would be a great time. If Nintendo Switch owners show support to this game, we could probably get a port of that game as well, since it is using Unreal Engine 4. Alright, and moving on to the last article here. Nintendo has shown off a very hard to look at infographic for their 2017 lineup on the Nintendo Switch in addition to the 3DS. But for this video, we are going to go over what they're showing off for the Nintendo Switch. So obviously they split it up into 4 areas here. They have spring, summer, fall, and winter. And starting off with spring, they have ARMS. And ARMS, I've been playing a lot of that. I'm working on my reviews / impressions of the game, and I think you guys are gonna like the format as far as what I'm doing with that. So look forward to that soon. Now after that, they have Splatoon 2 and they have Fate Extell. So Fate Extell, that is coming out very soon here. I think that's coming out July at some point, so mid-July. So we're going to be getting that game. In addition, Splatoon 2, obviously July 21st or something like that, 20-something. That's going to be great. And then Minecraft Realms, Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, and Sonic Mania. Those are all in August, but they don't have that there. They just have it shifted a little bit more off summer. Then right after that, we've got Pokken Tournament DX and NBA 2K18. NBA 2K18 has feature parity based on what 2K has said, so it seems like it's going to be a lot better port than what we saw with NBA 2K13 that launched on the Wii U. That was the trashiest port of a basketball game. It looked like a PS2 game, seriously. It looked horrible. So I'm glad that they just said, hey, let's wait, let's make sure it's quality. Hopefully it lives up to everything else in terms of the graphics and all that, but in terms of features, it's feature parity with all the other versions of the game, in addition to even the special editions of the game as well. Now moving on, we've got Fire Emblem Warriors in the fall, Just Dance 2018, FIFA 18, Super Mario Odyssey, Lego Worlds. So what I'm guessing on Lego Worlds, from what I've seen, there was gameplay. Looks like it's running really good. Once again, another developer who took their time. Lego Worlds is already out on PS4 and Xbox One. Took their time, make sure it works and runs well on the Nintendo Switch. It's looking good. Same goes for FIFA. People were really quick to judge the game. The gameplay came out, the features came out, and while it's missing one of the main, I think like story modes or something like that, it has everything else, and you can take it anywhere you want. 60 frames per second, 1080p from what I'm seeing. Looks sharp, and for people who like FIFA, you're going to get a better quality port than what you saw on the Wii U, because that port was trash. Now moving on, we got Fire Emblem Warriors. Really looking forward to that game. Cannot wait to play it. Watch both of the Treehouse Live segments, and the Coliseum mode looks great. I want to talk about that more in a future video, and I just can't wait to play as all the different Fire Emblem characters. Many of you guys know, but if you don't know, I'm a huge Fire Emblem fan, so I cannot wait to get my hands on that. It's coming out September 28th or so in Japan, so we'll probably be seeing it a little bit later after that. Now moving on, they've got my baby, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which I'll talk about just a little bit, and Sonic Forces, Skyrim, and Rocket League. That is a fantastic winter. Those 4 games right there. Well, Sonic Forces, the jury is still out on that game, but Skyrim, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and Rocket League, that is very good. Nintendo is definitely going to sell some units there, especially with Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I'm so looking forward to that game. I love everything about it. I know some people have complained about the style. I don't care about that. I think it looks great. Looks a lot better than Xenoblade Chronicles on the Wii, I can tell you that. Looks better than Xenoblade Chronicles X on the Wii U, and this one is going to be the epic. This one's going to be the epic for Takahashi and his crew, and I cannot wait to play. The blade system is awesome. The combat system, as far as how they took away the arts palette, the scrolling through, now you have it mapped to the buttons, switch up blades to initiate combos. Man, this is going to be a fantastic game. If you haven't checked out my Xenoblade Chronicles 2 combat analysis, make sure you do so on the channel. Just look it up. Rocket League, also really good. I played the game and I reviewed it on the Xbox One, thought it was really great, but once again, that's the type of game that I think would play better portably, and that's what I'm excited about playing the game portably a couple rounds before I go to sleep. You know, that's the type of game, the indie game, where I just want to play portably. I don't want to play on the big screen, so really happy that Rocket League is coming over, and Skyrim, my baby. I put in hundreds of hours on the Xbox 360 version, and it looks like we're going to be getting a quality port of the game. Not a crappy port, but a quality port of Skyrim, because they probably could have brought this game out sooner if they wanted to, but they added in the motion controls, they added in all of the DLC, the 3 DLC packs, so hundreds of hours of content already in the game, and you add in all of those DLC packs. Looks like it's running good from what we've seen, so really excited for Skyrim, really excited for a lot of the games on this list. I'm going to be buying ARMS, or already bought ARMS. I'm going to be buying Splatoon 2, Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, Pokken Tournament DX, Super Mario Odyssey, Fire Emblem Warriors, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Skyrim, and Rocket League. I mean, that is a lot of games. That's a lot of money for me to be spending. Hopefully I get some of those review copies, but yeah, really looking forward to that, and I want to get you guys' take on that, and plus, of course, the 3DS here. I also pre-purchased the Metroid Samus Returns. I got the special edition on Best Buy Gamers Club, $39.99, so it's basically, I got the special edition for pretty much the standard price, so really looking forward to that as well. So let me know what you guys think about all of this news, the releases, and what will you guys be buying in 2017 on the Nintendo Switch. Let me know in the comment section below. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter, social media. Please give us a like and a follow. It really helps us spread the content of PlayerEssence across the interwebs, in addition to YouTube. Also make sure you check out our Patreon page. Pledge any tier, be entered in to win some awesome prizes. Discord voice chat for my live streams. We're going to have tournaments for ARMS, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Smash Brothers, and more. We already had a pretty awesome beatdown when it came to ARMS, so check out the Patreon page, join the PE Ninja, and support PE Live and PE Arena right here on PlayerEssence. Also make sure you hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future, and subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest news, reviews, discussions, and more. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you Ninja for the next video. Peace.